A court decision was released today in Utah that shows that the momentum is shifting in the fight to reopen the thousands of miles of trails that have been closed throughout the state of Utah. This decision shows that we need to start escalating our fight and our effort to get these trails reopened. The case I'm referring to is Kane County, Utah versus the United States of America and the Southern Utah Wilderness Alliance. This case relates to the jurisdiction of thousands of miles of roads that are called RS-2477 roads, where the state of Utah is claiming that it owns those roads and can manage those and determine whether they're opened or closed. The government's claiming that it should be able to determine whether those are opened or closed. And in the decision today, Judge Waddups decided that Garfield County and Kane County, on two roads that they were considering, that those are valid right-of-ways. They belong to the state of Utah. They say they are going to file a more detailed memo later, but what this signals is that Utah and Kane County have basically prevailed in this case, and the United States government and the Southern Utah Wilderness Alliance have lost. And one of the roads in question was the Hole in the Rock Road, which is in the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument, where for years they've had these signs where the county can't make necessary improvements to the road because it's in the monument, and the federal government would not let them maintain the road. And so this is why we support the state of Utah having control over its roads, because otherwise the federal government interferes and doesn't let it maintain the roads so that they can be maintained in a safe, accessible way for the public. And this is important for the area in Moab where all those roads were closed, because Utah considers routes like this to be RS-2477 routes. They closed over 120 miles of Utah's right-of-ways in the Moab decision. And don't let that previous two-track through the grass fool you. That route leads to this overlook over Taylor Canyon in Canyonlands, and is an incredibly important and valuable route that has been now closed to motorized access by that decision. Our court challenge to these closures is still active, and we have a court hearing on these closures near the end of August. If you support reopening these trails in Moab, we need you to add your voice to this petition we've created. We are going to go back to Washington. We have a court briefing coming up at the end of August. We need to show that there is public pressure and public support for reopening these trails. So please add your name to this petition, share it with your friends and your clubs, your groups, everybody who loves exploring these trails. And let's make sure we can show this administration and the other stakeholders in this fight that we have a strong backing to reopen these trails. With momentum shifting in our favor, let's do everything we can to get these trails reopened.